Howdy folks, it's Johan, your favorite little ink blob, back at it today with another Murder at Karlov Manor draft. I'm now hyper-conscious for some reason that I typically, breathe in, I make that, awful sort of, gasping, popping noise into the mic whenever I'm getting ready to say howdy. So, work on that. Better vocal control. But yeah, so we are back with another Murder at Karlov Manor draft. Yesterday was a little rough, but we just managed to eke it out. We are currently, my draft calculator says that we're at another 3.4 drafts left, so only half a draft shift yesterday, but we're so close, so painfully close. Due to the somehow unforeseen circumstances of not having unlimited internet and streaming 20-ish hours a week, plus the very extended Sands battles and whatnot at the beginning of the month. Howdy, Aya, salutations! This will be my last stream for the month. I will be back 2 days hence and do a little string of 3 before I then have to go on a brief vacation, but we're making it work, we're having fun. I might try and do some pre-recorded content, we'll figure stuff out. It looks the same, sick. We'll see how it runs during the matches, but if it does work like this, that's perfect, because then this is using only 80% of the bandwidth, so the less money I can give to my ISP, the better. You want my honest opinion on something, Aya? Okay. That is generally the only kind I give. Falling asleep on a call considered rude? My honest answer is that is so context dependent. It really depends on the group. For me, it's something where typically in the groups where I've had that happen and where I've done that, we just have a little channel called Sleepy Time Junction that we pop them into, and it's a fun little joke. We lightly tease them, and it's all cool. With some people, I think it's very sweet because I enjoy hanging out. I've had friendly naps with these people, and being on call while they're asleep is kind of the same. It depends. I don't think it's ever particularly rude, but the way it gets handled, I think, will differ a lot. Uploading videos is so cool. Thank you. It's what I'm working on. I do have a YouTube channel where I try and upload everything same day, sometimes chicks until end of week. Do sometimes fall behind because thumbnailing apparently bothers me, but I work on it. We've got it. It's linked down below if you ever feel like revisiting my wonderful self. So this is an interesting first pack, mostly because we have an Agrus Spirit of Justice, which is a very fantastic mythic that I have not seen. Oh no, I did see it go around in one pack when I could not take it. So, very excited to take this. Very powerful color pairing. Very excited. Assume you can't stream because the videos use too much internet then. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. I have like a 1.2 terabyte per month plan, and because of Sands and whatnot, I'm currently at like 1,100. It's only like an extra $10 a month, but I don't know. I have an adversarial relationship with my ISP, so if I can figure out ways to not get there, that's what I want to do. Streamer friend, I was on call with him, and we made sure my voice was muted on stream, but I told him I would support him if he fell asleep. Okay. And I don't think that's necessarily rude. I think it's less the falling asleep in the call, I would assume, and probably more the I'm gonna be there asleep, right? I don't think that's a problem. Personally, it's just kind of, it's a little silly. It happens. Okay. Agrus is a detective. Case of the Pilfered Proof. None of these are particularly strong. Shock isn't bad. I think I'd probably take the Shock. And then Case of the Pilfered Proof. And, everyone has different standards for it, right? I am not the be-all, end-all of etiquette. Lord knows. For me, all I can say, honestly, is that for me, it would not be an issue. And we've got a lightning helix. So, okay, we've got very good burn and a fantastic and efficient creature. Agrus cost is very nice. Double strike and vigilance is great on a body, and then the ability to exile stuff is also very good. I did break it up into 2 videos, but yes, there are 2 9-hour videos, one of which I think the first 2 hours are not Sans, and then the rest of it is Sans, and the second one is just me fighting Sans. So yes, both of those are there. You can check them out on the YouTube channel. They were there about 2-3 weeks ago, start of the month. Ooh, interesting. Oh, howdy, Luffy. Nice to see ya. Ooh, okay. We've got 2 very good 2-drops here. I think we go with Vengeful Tracker. Yes, I know this is why people edit videos. I am working on trimming stuff down, but for now, I figure I'd like to have something where the whole thing is up there. I do want to play around with doing more edited content, but that's probably going to be like pre-record trimmed down. I think we take the Vengeful Tracker over the Market Watch Phantom, even though I think the Phantom is better in more context. I think we can find other ones, and I really like the Vengeful Tracker. Plus, it's an uncommon. But yeah. Like, for me, it's fun. Part of why I like having the videos in full, we will take a inspector here very happily. Part of why I like having the videos in full is because now I know that I can go back and revisit me fighting Sans for 18 hours. I can revisit that hellish experience in full, which is really cool. Same with my Night in the Woods playthrough. I'm streaming, I really enjoy having folks around, but I'm also trying to stream for me. I'm uploading it so that, you know, it's having a good time with it. It's kind of like doing a video diary of me actually, like, focusing a little bit more on games for this chunk of my life. I think we pick up the Sanitation Automaton. We love having 2-drops in this deck, and they are fantastic. Nothing really for us here. We could take an Escape Tunnel to splash. Sanguine Savior we could potentially work with, but I think is a little awkward. I'm going to take the Escape Tunnel in case we see something we really want to splash. This is not a good sign. We would be hoping to see a lot more stuff in our colors this late, so I'm suspecting someone else is also grabbing up some of the stuff we are aiming for. Man, I do not like Forum Familiar a lot, but I think we do take it over a second Suspicious Detonation, because I don't know how much card draw we're going to be doing. So this is concerning. We got a very good start, and then stuff dried up a bit. So let's see how this goes. World Soul's Rage. Very powerful card in a deck that's been running around recently, but not what we're looking for today. I think a Makeshift Binding. We are very spell heavy, and we want to be very creature heavy. But I do think a Makeshift Binding is great. It's one of the few things in these colors that's just about unconditional removal. We could also take Fuss and Bother, but I'd rather have just something that zots something. Case of the Crimson Pulse. Oh, it's a decent card. We're getting all of our burn and removal, but not our good creature quality. It does let us filter more. God. Otherwise, we're taking another 4-drop. This is not a bad 4-drop, but I'm going to try taking Case, and we'll see. We might cut it, but I like speculating on it. Case of the Uneaten Feast, interesting. I don't think what we're doing. We could do Defenestrated Phantom. We could also do Monkey. I do like Monkey a lot, but we aren't going to be producing a lot of things for it to eat, so it's probably a 3-mana 2/2, and it doesn't always have a target. So I think we go with the Phantom. Assemble the Players. God, another one that we probably shouldn't take because it's not a creature. Hosta Vigilante can do some work, so we're gonna take that. Okay, Innocent Bystander, there we go. 2-drop. Nothing else in this. Like, Wrench is good, Auspicious Arrival, but we need creatures. Red-white is a deck that needs things to happen. Okay. Feeling a little better about this. And who knows, maybe some folks will let those rares wheel. Make your move. Caught red-handed, so no creatures. Make your move, I think we're more likely to play, but not very. I probably should have taken that Griffin. Commercial District. Offender at Large. I think we take Offender at Large. We're not up in our rare count a whole lot. But it happens. Mask Maker, technically a creature. Not one I want to play, but I will take it since we are kind of strapped, and in case we need to put it back in. Dum, 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 dum. Oh, we had a lightning storm yesterday, and now it's bright, sunny, clear skies. Well, we aren't taking any of these, so we will happily take the World Soul's Rage as a little rare, little treat. Oh, we really don't want a second form familiar, but we will take it and play it if we have to. Oh, hey! Case of the Uneaten Feast or Illicit Masquerade. We'll pick up Case, sure. We might even technically play that. Oh boy. So we need... We're hoping for 9 playables in this last pack. Kellen, no. Harry Dronesmith, maybe. Harry Dronesmith, yes. Yeah. It's a decent 4-drop. It gives us some potential interaction. If we end up having to take a monkey, it works well with monkey. We should... Look, we've got another shot. Like, I would love to be taking these. It's just, you need... Most of the time, you need creatures to win the game in Limited. Oh my god, okay. We've got that. It's a good one. Inside Source, fantastic. Oh my god, Cryptic Coat? Cryptic Coat's so good. Not at all what we're doing, but we take Inside Source. That's an actual 3-drop we want to play on 3, which is nice. And it's pretty good, helps us go wide. Come on, War Leader's Call. No, okay. Private Eye, potentially splashable, but I don't think we actually have that high of a detective count. So we will go with Inside Source. Pairs well with that Haz the Vigilante that we grabbed because we're desperate. It's not a bad card, just not typically what you want to be doing. We are a deck that reeks of desperation. Because, yeah, we are not gaining that much life in a turn. What is our detective count? 3? Yeah, no, this is not Case of the Pilfered Proof. Okay. Defenestrated Phantom, number 2, sure. So, we've got a lot of things we can play on 3. What happens if we aren't playing things on 3? That's actually not the worst curve I've seen. Come on, 5 more playables so we don't have to dig into this. Oh joy. Okay. Not a pack with a lot of playables, but Essence of Antiquity is an interesting effect that can really lock down the ground and potentially protect us. Also, untapping can be a great surprise. Sure thing. Let's go for it. Kylox? Probably not. Not on my watch. Pretty decent card. Yeah, not on my watch. I would actually kind of be happy to take, but we've got one good piece of unconditional removal, and we need creatures. We are up to 15 creatures, which is not the worst. We could do a due diligence. That's going to be rough. But yeah, I think someone else is in Boros, which is unfortunate. Cornered Crook. Again, we can technically play that. It's not super great in our deck, but it is a body that can do things. You sacrifice an artifact? It doesn't work with the artifact sacrifice we've got. We'll take a make your move. We might have to put one of them in just to make playables. Rakish Scoundrel, sure. This is gonna be rough. Cease and desist. Case of pilfered proof. Probably not running it. So yeah, we're going to need to dig into one card from our sideboard. Or the cards that we'd really rather not put in the deck if we can at all help it. Okay. 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 What in the world do we want to put in? Escape tunnel. I don't think it's the magnifying glass. Let's look at creature. Is it actually maybe the Mask Maker? It's so bad if you draw it late, but it could be good. We've got a lot of disguise creatures that could help power out just like a turn early. Is it better than a Forum Familiar? I think so, because Forum Familiar just kind of sucks. Like, it can bounce something. It's good if they, like, play the tap down enchantment, and that's kind of the only time. We could potentially support one of our other removal spells. That might just be better. I think that's better. It's not Case of the Uneaten Feast. Yeah, let's try and make your move. Okay. This is gonna be very interesting. And let me guess, we're never going to draw Agrus costs, so that's going to have been a complete red herring. Oh god, we even would have loved a red herring in this deck. Okay. 2-drop, and then we can disguise out a 3-drop. Yeah. We can make it work. Sure thing. Okay. They have a 1-drop. This is not great. Bum bum bum. And they crack the clue. Not the worst follow-up. We prefer that to them running out of 2-drop. There's a 3-drop we'd actually like to play. Like, I will almost always prefer running out Night Watch on turn 4 than disguising and then flipping up. Do not think we attack into that. Boop. No attacks. I guess we do have double inside source, so a slightly higher detective count, but I don't think Case of the Pilfered Proof is worth it still. For 4 mana? What is it going to be for 4 mana? Not a Bloomkin. What am I not thinking of? I'm going to try it. Do I double block? Could be a Museum Night Watch. I think this is okay. Dogwalker. Okay, yeah, I'm totally happy with that trade. Like, yeah, I think anything would still trade with it. And I was right. Well, We run out of Night Watch, and then next turn Vigilante onto the Detective token, and hopefully we're cruising. We've got a piece of removal for if they play something big. Bant, okay. So white seems to be a primary color, but 10th District Hero, that is something we happily makeshift binding. We'll probably wait a turn, so they'll get to smack in for 4. Because we really want to maximize our mana usage here. So we do this. Make our detective bigger. Pass the turn, and then we can makeshift binding and like inside source next turn. 10th District Hero, cool card. Don't think it's going to be good outside of limited, but love it a lot in limited. Who knows? I could see a deck down the line. Oh, that sucks. That blows. Killing our big thing with their cool big thing. So rude. So we should have killed theirs first, so they... I mean... we don't know which is a splash and which is not. I think we made a reasonable choice based on the information we actually had. So we binding their hero. And then we inside source. They triple block it. But we're kind of okay because that helps clear out the board a bit. Or is it not on my watch? Did they have something? Nope. Draw a card. Totally reasonable. Aha! But I'm way happier killing the Strider and the Inspector than the dogs. Not for the least bit, because then I don't feel quite as horrible about killing cute puppies. They're just out for a walk. So now we really need to rip productive spells. Otherwise, we are going to be in a lot of trouble. So they're getting back their 10th District Hero. Yikes. And they can even make it a 4/4. Yeah. We are in trouble. Opponent is just kind of curving out better than us. However, if we draw our Lightning Helix, we could burn out the hero before it gets to do anything too heinous. Okay. We're just going to attack in, accepting that it probably gets killed by 2 dogs. Nope. Oh god, do they have on the job, I wonder? Well, at least we can play this out, and then we can chump block, flip this up, and then replay this for another detective. I think that's value. I think that's the most value we're getting off of this right now. Yep, opponent gets to investigate with their lovely synergies. Now it's a detective, so they could inside source it. Hey. Oh. I'm so afraid that this deck is just gonna tank. Combat. I think I trade. Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Hey, there's that Lightning Helix, only a turn late. Okay. Well, we can burn something out. Screw it. Because then if they block, we trade it in the Helix. And otherwise we chip in for damage. Exile the attacking creature. Okay. It happens. Welp. Grab a land. Yep, they've got a pretty good card draw engine and a much better board. Now everything else is indestructible. I don't think we're lightning helixing anything but Maleva, so... Sorry, the 10th district hero whose name is now Maleva. Okay, we give it a shot. Okay. We got the trade. We are still super behind, but we have a snowball's chance in hell. We do not have a snowball's chance in hell. Oh, I guess I could have traded inside sources, because the indestructible goes away end of when this dies, so that would have been fine, but we did have to worry about a combat trick. We will take that trade. Because I'm honestly surprised they weren't using that to deal extra damage. There is nothing we could draw there, and that is just us dead. Okay. We flooded hard, and opponent was doing good things. Can't win them all. Yeah, we still had fun, even though we got our butt kicked. Pom pom pom. Mega Scream 10. I will not be performing a Mega Scream for the internet. We only have access to red, but we have a 2-drop and a potential 3-drop. I'm gonna keep it. That might be unwise, but... Got 2 chances to draw land, probably around 50%. Oh my god, what is with opponents having 1-drops, and then we won't draw land, right? Right, that's how this day's going? Okay, there's the land. Surveil helps. Oakley dokley, neighborino. Back in with our 2-1. Gonna do something horrible to it. Shock. Okay. Kinda felt that coming, but such is life. I do love how thunderous the shock sounds. Okay. Gonna try double blocking here. See if we can deprive them some value. Felonious Rage. Okay. That is rough. But we're getting through the tricks early. Shock can take care of the detective, but I think we'd rather just run out the inside source. We could really use another land. I do like the opponent checking the other inside source in the graveyard. It's like, didn't we just kill that? Yes, you did. Do you think I try trading them? They're gonna have another combat trick. No? Impressive. I think rather than developing our board, we just kill that. We're both stuck on lands. Basilica Stalker? Okay. Come on, let us... Oh, no, they drew the land first. This is not a good sign. Another face-down card. Ace of the Crimson Pulse. Discard a card to draw two? I think we absolutely do that so that we can dig more. We will pitch the Novice Inspector. And we draw some lands. Sick. Okay. See, doing work for us. We'll still probably be disguising stuff, but we're getting closer to double spells and so on. No blocks. Gonna flip it up. Like, I think we actually might... Okay. Not bad. Wait, what? Okay. So we could just Lightning Helix that. Or we could Offender at Large, which can... Actually, yeah, I think we still just... We Offender at Large. We make big. We attack. If they trade, we're okay with that. And if not, I mean, this blocks. They might Zod us for some more damage, but... I'm okay with that for now. I like developing a big thing onto the board. Especially when we have a lot of removal. Okay. Cryptex. Do they have a lot of red-black collect evidence synergies? Well, we're gonna try and Lightning Helix. Yep. Well, now we don't need to pay the ward. Oh, but turning... Oh, we do need to pay the ward! Oh, because the ward ability is still there. Oh... I am silly. That was real stupid. That was real painfully stupid. That is entirely on me. Because the ward is a triggered ability, so that was actually a really smart play. I was thrown off by like, oh, how did they do that? It's because they cloaked it. Wow, okay. That is 100% on me. See, we were actually just working towards our Case of the Crimson Pulse. This is a lie. Well, we can Makeshift Binding that. Yep. We will Makeshift Binding. Gain a little life. Do they have a response? They like saying nice. Nice. Thanks. And while we could get Case of the Crimson Pulse... Oh, actually, we do, because we spent our 1 white mana for that, so we can't, like, get them. I think we actually do attack with everything. They could not on my watch. Yes, they do have 2 mana. I was forgetting about the Cryptex. Doorkeeper Thrall. Oh, no! So they got to eat that. That's annoying. But we will get to solve the case. So we're gonna start digging into more good stuff, hopefully. And we can use this... hopefully in a future turn, we would, if we had the other white, we would have just left that up and really tried to get him. Doorkeeper Thrall Flash. Not what you're thinking of. I don't often see people playing this. But good for them. Okay. Getting a little nervous, leaving it back defensively. Okay. This is interesting. I do think we attack with at least that. We have access to 7 mana. So we could do Harried Dronesmith, although the Thopter just keeps getting eaten. But then we can also flip this face up, but I don't know if we're actually going to get to take advantage of that. So I think what we actually do is we just attack with the 5/4. They can double block there, which I'm kind of okay with. But I think we let this inform our decision of whether we want to play the Hazda Vigilante, or if we do Dronesmith and untap shenanigans. Okay, we trade with both. So they can suspect this. I think I like the Vigilante better here. And I think what I do is we put the counter on the innocent bystander, and if they attack, we can double block with it and the Vigilante, and one of them will still survive. So, sucks to pitch the Dronesmith, but... Okay, they're drawing land. We like that. Oh, wait. Hold up. They can only do that if it's got 5 or more. They have no cards in hand. We just don't block, and then we get to swing back for... Yeah, we have lethal damage. Because we get to put a counter on. Okay. Opponent doesn't have anything they can do about it. There we go! Okay! That was... felt a bit like 2 people going at each other with just stones and sticks in a pit. That was not what I would call fantastic gameplay, but we survived. Bom, 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 bom. Ba-da-da-dum-bum-bum. Tempt. 2-drop, 3-drop? Sure. We would love access to red mana, and just more spells. But this is a hand that can apply some early pressure, so long as they don't play a 1-drop. Like, both of our prior... Okay, this is acceptable. They're still getting some turn 1 value, but... cannot play that, so we look for something we can play. And hey, with all of our collect evidence that we totally have, I love the red source. Now we can actually threaten a burn spell. This is... Oh, I guess this is only colorless mana for now, so not a No More Lies. Reasonable doubt? And they're suspecting our automaton. Interesting. I think that's actually of benefit to us for the most part. Okay, that's kind of a ramp spell for them. But we can throw out the Defenestrated Phantom of Prague, and we might be able to flip it up next turn. We also get to hold up Shock this turn. Yeah, we could destroy that. We could also destroy their land, which would probably be slightly better, technically. Although that does provide investigate value. But opponents getting off to a slow start, and we aren't punishing them as much as we would like. They have a deadly cover-up, I will be sad. Dun, dun, dun. Just draw more cards. Don't need to do anything else. I would love a land, so we get to flip up the Phantom without having to commit more to the board. That is not, but I'm willing to give this a shot to apply even more pressure. And I wanted to put it there because that minimizes their chances of being able to kill the aura before it enters. But we are so totally about to get deadly cover-upped, aren't we? But I think Due Diligence as a 3-mana deal 4 is totally fine. But we're going to eat a sweeper, right? Instead, just play something really big that you think we can't handle. Okay, we can shock that. Then we can makeshift binding that. That was not at all what I expected. We might not even want to makeshift binding that, because we draw the land, so now this is a lethal swing because they suspected the automaton. Okay. This is why you don't suspect your opponent's automaton. I mean, it's interesting. I do think there are some times where you want to use reasonable doubt to suspect an opponent's creature, but you need to be in a much more aggressive position than they were. Because, I mean, right there, they would have had an extra turn if they hadn't suspected it. We would have had to either just flip up the Phantom or binding it. So they would have still been at 2. Okay. Come on, at least one more win, ideally 2. Our deck is not great. I think it's got better starts than we've had, but yeah. I'm excited by the Agrus cost. And the worst part, we saw some good red and white. A lot of it was burn. And so it was one of those things where I figured we weren't getting cut until we were already pretty heavily committed. Automaton, double inside source, and a helix we can cast. Sure thing, buddy. Don't know why I said buddy like that, but we're rolling with it. Agrus cost, we actually see you. Can we get a land to cast you? Once again, the Hasta Vigilante goes goodbye. Yeah, so like Agrus costs, suspecting opponent's creatures is not bad because we're on an aggressive plan, right? That prevents them blocking. And we can even actually exile them sometimes. It would be particularly fun if we could, if they like play one of the creatures that enters suspected, and then we just get to Zod it with Agrus. Slicing for 1. The aggro slice, okay. Really want another land, but we're okay with this so far. I'd rather that slice be used there than on our Agrus costs, right? It would be goofy, but we could, like, Helix and Form Familiar, potentially. Okay. I think we start by attacking with the 2/2. Really would have liked the land. Okay. Then we play another Inside Source and really hope for the land. We did dig an extra card deep with the Automaton, which is nice. Bum bum bum. Ba-da-da-dum bum bum. What made... Is it the mole making that horrifying noise? Well, I think we attack with both of our detectives and hold up the lightning helix. For now. Okay. Is it the 4/2? That... Yes, it's the 4/2 that will deal 2 damage, so we get to deal that, and then they probably kill the other detective token. Yep. We will live with that for now. I think we will Essence of Antiquity, since we will actually potentially be able to flip that up. We could have also gone with the Form Familiar. Might have been a little better, but I think we actually have a chance at some value off Essence of Antiquity. It can do... Oh, we have to discard 2 cards? I think we discard these 2. Because Helix is very good, and if we can actually get the Agrus cost down, that's going to be important. That hurts a lot, though. But now I'm feeling even better that we did this rather than the Form Familiar. Oh, okay. I guess it's a little bit of a wash. Oh, that really hurts. Well, okay. Come on, land. I mean, Agrus can take over the game, potentially. Okay. That's good. I think we will be slamming him down. Oh, it could be a deadly cover-up. I think we still do it, though. This is gonna suck so bad if they do, but at least we'll get to Harry Dronesmith. Okay. Sure, fair enough. Fair play. Well, this gets to attack through, at least thanks to Agrus. And we do get to plink in the air. And we might end up using the Helix to close out the game rather than as removal. But damn, Agrus showing up only to get Zotted hurts. So this could be a lot of things. Which is annoying, but such is life. We live with uncertainty. If we hadn't stumbled on land there, I think we would have... Oh no, even stumbling on land. Because they had a whole bunch of removal. So maybe it was maybe slow rolling and playing out the Dronesmith first would have been better. Follow that instinct, but well, we get to hit in for another 2 potentially. If they kill it, it still makes the Thopter at least. Yep, they waited just a wee bit longer than I would have. No, sorry. Then I know I should have and would be kicking myself because I probably skipped on through it. Yep. I know the feeling, opponent. Are they going to get frisky? They get frisky. We will not block. Is it like a Fender at large? The Silica Stalker? Whoa. That will eat a Lightning Helix. But we don't have a lot of pressure. We're just hitting in for one, and we're drawing land. Not what you'll want to see. I mean, that would kill us way faster than we could kill them. Oh no! Our mountain! But now this can get blocked. Not if they attack. Is it another ogre? Or two? We can live with that. We need more pressure. Actually, Case of the Crimson Pulse would be fantastic, because then we could dig to more. I think that would probably be our best draw. You know what wasn't our best draw? Yep. We're just limping along, and we'll die because of it. We do take that trade. Okay. Shock? Can at least save us a little damage. And same here, since this can't block, maybe we get to kill their innocent bystander, and if not, we deal them a damage. Okay. End of the turn. Come on, anything other than a land, just about. Oh, see, now we're going to draw Due Diligence, right? So now they're hitting in for one. No, okay, we still just drew a land. Perhaps this is how the day is going. Makeshift binding for that, can gain some life. This might just be lethal, right? This could be another ogre. Cornered Crook. We don't get instant value off of it that we would like, but at least it's a blocker. It probably needs to block the disguised creature, otherwise it might just be Moida. Like, if this is a Basilica Stalker, we're probably just wrecked. No, I can't. Wasn't quite right. Do we have anything that can... Oh, there's the Rakdos, Patron of Chaos! I don't know why I just had a feeling that was in their deck. Probably because it was the scariest thing that I could think of them having. Womp, 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 womp. I think we did very admirably for that, and we just ripped lands while they ripped actual cards. It happens, you know? Okay. Win or lose. Limes? I don't know if I prefer limes or lemons. This is definitely an awkward hand, but I do think we keep it. I particularly like the Dronesmith and the Crook together, if we can make that work. We'd love to draw 2-drop and then land. Actually, we'd love... Yeah, no, I think that's... Yeah, 2-drop land. Because this is a 3, 4, 5. It's like, oh, Agrus costs, but no. Okay, no 2-drop. We will survive. That's removal that we can play, but we would love more land. Not a flood, but just more land, please. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Thank you for the land. I will remember it always and cherish it. Guess you could play Makeshift Binding literally just to gain 2 life. That is frustrating. But okay. I do think this is perhaps Black's best removal spell. It's cheap and can really mess up big stuff, and you can even snipe the big stuff later on with the Collect Evidence, which is sometimes useful. Ooh. We need to just get rid of that, as much as we would like to play other things. And I think that's just going to be make your move. Because Massacre Girl can get them so much card advantage and F us up. So while I would have liked to be more proactive there, we couldn't kill it with Cornered Crook, and that was just going to be a big problem. That is something we will Binding. For similar reasons of it will mess us up and we can't just Zod it with Crook, so... Okay, we've just done our reactive things, but we killed 2 very big threats while dealing 3 a turn. Persuasive Interrogators. Okay. Well, that is something that, at the very least, we can try and deal with Agrus Kos. Like, it's gonna be rough this turn, and this is kinda risky, but it lets us stay aggressive. And we might get to just get rid of it next turn. Yep. Ouch. Okay. I do think we need to exile that. Well, we actually... No, we can't have that work out. I was like, oh, we do that and make the Agrus cost grow. But they can't actually double block to kill it, because he gets to just kill that first. So we will go with this. Get to exile their 5/6. Awesome, and then we can Cornered Crook, and we can pay for ward. We sacrifice the artifact, the Thopter that gets sacrificed anyway. We do that, we pay ward, we get to kill something that could potentially be very bad. Howdy, Pitta, how's it going? We're, I think, in a decent position here, but feels like we're hanging on by the skin of our teeth. Oh, nice! I need to give you a follow so I can actually... I'm real bad at remembering when folks that are watching me are also streaming. But yeah, I should do that so I can take a peep. Okay, we got him. Oh, that is a relief. We've made back most of our entry fee. Yeah, but if I'm following, I can actually tell, right? Speaking of, however, since I don't think you're in the Discord, since I do not just kind of go live whenever, letting you know, because I was not thinking about the fact that, internet is not... I do not have unlimited internet, and the, sans runs early in the month were a bit longer than expected. I am bumping... I'm not doing an afternoon stream today, I'm taking the next 2 days off, and the streams that would take place then are happening April 1st and 2nd, because that's on the new month's tab. So, going to be thinking on that one a little bit going, going forward, but for now, the solution is I'm not paying more to my ISP if I don't have to. Alright, we've got decent aggressive hand. And a lot of the pressure's off. Like, we would love to win this, but... Wait, can I just click on your name and follow? There we go! You are successfully followed. I will be able to hopefully get your going live notifications. Which I need to do, because I need to get more used to actually just, like, popping into other folks' streams. It's real bad. I'm a streamer who mostly watches pre-recorded YouTube stuff. I think we just inside source rather than disguise something here. I think that is a very practical one. Okay, Nervous Gardener for a land. Lush Portico, okay. I was gonna say, you're gonna get aggressive? We could just Helix it. I don't think that's our best option. So instead, I'm just gonna attack with both of our 2-power things that can trade, and then probably run out Museum Night Watch. Yerp. Ah, bouncing my token. No! That is okay. We will survive. We will find it in ourselves to carry on. Don't play something big and scary, please. We cannot handle that well right now. ASM? What did I just politely ask you, opponent? Well, on the bright side, we do get to attack in a Solitaire Mystery. I have not heard of that, but that does sound very compelling. So we can attack for 5 here, and I don't think they block. And then this is able to trade, but we might not. Oh, set of Solitaires by Hemipoli! Cool! So, like, pre-constructed Solitaire decks? Yeah, I do remember that. Ah, tapping it down, okay. Well, here we will carry Jonesmith, so that we still get to chip in, and we will still attack with the Night Watch. Special Solitaire rules, okay. We will attack here because we can also Helix the Ambusher and just clear it out. And they should feel very nervous about this. They let it through? No, opponent! A Solitaire doesn't even need cards. Interesting. That's just how I'm used to it being used as a term. Okay. A second one, so now they can force the Dronesmith to block. And I think we just kind of let that happen. No, we do blast it. But we are kind of stuck now. So the Solitaires in a Solitaire Mystery are really fun. Good. That is one of the most important things for them to be. I don't like that they're grabbing a creature. Huge fan of Eldritch Invasion. Sounds spoopy. Pride of Hulklade. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. They like big butts. And they cannot lie. Oh, we can't... The shock isn't even good enough, because killing this isn't going to deal with the Pride of Hulklade. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. No attacks. That is so very bad. God, we almost want our cat so that we can flip... Another ambusher? Really? Really? I mean, we double block so that it's at least semi-productive. Yes, you mentioned. How has that been going? Seen many big improvements? God, and now they just get to start drawing cards? Hey, that's how to do it. Yeah, I think we just lose to triple culvert ambusher. Ah! Nice, so getting them sugar lumps. Not wanting to draw 5 cards. Sick! I know that was something you were going for. There we go. Wow, I was trying to decide between 2 different G words. So we don't have to discard to get the draw, so we will do that. Okay, this is power 4 or greater, so we can kill the ambusher. And then we can use this to... Oh, we can't do both in one turn. No! Because we're gonna lose it next turn. We don't have to play them both out. Oh, what do we do? Sorry, I need to think this one through. We really do need the offender at large back, I think. Sorry, Mike? I think we do this, and then we'll be able to replay the offender at large this next turn, so it's using our mana most efficiently. Yeah. We're gonna need to do some chumping just to stay alive. This is gonna start getting to make their lands into creatures, which is super scary. Not a plant, but while waiting for crone rice, I planted to grow. Now growing for elderwort, I planted a ton of bakeberries and got bakeberry cookies. Nice! This is tough. We might actually... We could... If they attack with this, we could triple block, and then we can use this on the forest. And we'll be left with a creature. Yeah, I think we do that. This will force them to use more mana. Bounce Offender. Makeshift Binding is actually really good. Okay. Okay, so how do we run this turn? So we aren't triggering Case again. Pride of Hulklade is what we need to Binding. But we also really need to deal with this Hedge Whisperer? Do we need to deal with the Hedge Whisperer? This will just keep doing it, but they're still expending resources for it. But 5/5s are huge to us. But we also, this is the only way we get rid of Pride of Hulklade is the Makeshift Binding. We've got other things that might be able to deal with it, although not anymore. So we Makeshift Binding, Pride. No, we Offender at large, and then we can make your move on after they've made the tap or untap decision. But then they might draw a bunch of cards with Pride of Hulklade. Yeah, okay. So we're binding the Pride. Wink wonk. And then we let them get through their turn. Or basically they can choose whether or not to untap this. I assume they won't, so it stays, and then we can kill this, so we get an extra turn. Okay, they're doing some or they don't even get to investigate yet, but okay. We're not doing great. but we're not doing the worst. This is more inconsistently a threat, so... I'm gonna try this, even though they will get to make more land, so maybe diversifying it would have been better, but... like, this can run out of steam. And this isn't entering the battlefield, so it won't trigger the rookie. And then we disguise the defender at large. The offender at large, my bad. Because then we can flip it up defensively so that this can eat something larger. Ah, so it stays revealed because they know it's the only one that it could be. Interesting. And now we get to start drawing 2 cards per turn. Which still doesn't necessarily win us the game, but can help. Because we might be able to grab enough stuff to actually pull ahead a little. Okay, so they will make another 5/5. Do we have... we don't have a 3 damage spell. Yeah, so we don't really have a way to... oh, okay, we could get our Suspicious Detonation to kill the Hedge Whisperer. Okay, we do just turn this face up because we are going to be we want to use our whatever we draw most likely. It was a slight potential value play, but there's the Suspicious Detonation. Okay. We absolutely need to do it there, even though this is scary in Potentia. That was scary in reality. Do we get frisky with this? I think the answer is yes. This is spooky, but... okay. And I think we try and guaranteed kill the Eavesdropper, because we don't know what this flips up into. Fairy Snoop? Okay. Yep, I think we made the right choice, even though flying is going to be a little tough to deal with. Okay. This is rough. That might have been a mistake, but I wanted to try and... if this was something... I wanted to try and see if I could force suboptimal blocks in case this was something very scary that they couldn't flip up. Okay. So we can Agrus costs. Or Kos? I don't actually know. So this is 10 total, so we can actually do both of them and get our untapped stuff. That's cool. And this will gain, whichever token it is, will gain Death Touch until end of turn. So here's what I think we do. We Agrus Kos. We will suspect the Fairy Snoop, so that we can eventually get rid of the flyer. We will attack with the Vengeful Tracker, which will either trade with the... no, they just take it. Okay. Then we disguise the Antiquity, so that we can get an extra blocker, and it's a surprise 110, and we can protect our stuff. And then we can start attacking with... okay. +2/+2 and trample is not small. But if we can survive the turn... need to do this so that we can actually block with that. So we are at 11. And they can put 3 1/1 counters on something, so the tokens might just... So, and, oh god, and it's Death Touch and Trample, so if we block the wrong token, we're in a real bad spot. But we block here, that's guaranteed 4 off of us, so we need to block an additional... So this is representing 15, so we need to block... Yeah, we need to block, and we better hope we choose right. Oh god. I hate hidden information like that, so we do not get to just kill them on the crackback. Okay. We hope for the best, and we hope that we... Yeah, we need to double block another one and just hope that we don't choose wrong. Okay. Which will it be? Not knowing how to block because this is hidden information, which one they can pump up and give Death Touch. It's the human! We guessed right! Oh, okay. We guessed right. So now we can do diligence, which makes... Oh, we should have Haas the Vigilante first, probably, but so this makes Agrus a lethal threat on his own. Oh, wait, and we can... Oh, yes! Because we can suspect their... Oh! We fought through 3 culvert ambushers and Pride of the Whole Clade as a Boros deck. And we did it. We got 4 wins. 4 wins is what we're looking for, because now that, functionally, we just paid for the draft. The little deck that could. Okay. Yeah, that... So, trying to explain that for, since you don't play a lot of Magic, Pitta, or any, the basic way to explain what was going on there was we are playing a deck that's very good at being aggressive and dealing with early threats from the opponent and just try and kill them before they can do anything scary. And they successfully survived that phase of the game and played a bunch of things that we can't really deal with well, but we managed to just barely find ways to find a couple of ways at just the right time. And they made a super aggressive attack, which put their shields down. We were able to survive and get that window we needed. So, feels good. Here we've got a nice aggressive hand. I will absolutely keep that. Feeling good. Feeling nervous, but feeling good. We finally get to play a 1-drop as a 1-drop. Neat. Aw, and the cute little Hedron art emote. Red herring, oh no. Okay. I think we will run out the automaton so that we can dig a little deeper with Surveil, and we'd be happy to trade it with the red herring. Yeah, I'll keep a Museum Night Watch. Tradesies? Okay. And they're taking the turn off. So we could be more mana efficient by doing Case of the Crimson Pulse and pitching something. Yeah, I think that might actually be better. Hear me out. We pitch the land, which is a little greedy, but we draw another land, which was kind of what I was figuring would happen. Now we might get to Agrus Kos on turn 4. Or maybe we don't, because they aren't playing things on the board, and he's a lot better when they have a board. Might be better to just try and get down the Museum Night Watch. They have a spell. I guess we could also Vengeful Tracker crack the clue. But dunno. I think the Night Watch is better, even if they bounce it. Because it's a lot easier to double spell to fit in, you know, either cracking the clue or playing the Vengeful Tracker. Since they're only 2 mana. Okay, taking our Inspector beats. Not Queen beat. Just a little Inspector guy. Counterspell? No. Probably a bounce spell. Time Walk us? No. What? Coerced to kill. Okay. I am not, unfortunately. That's, basically, I will be streaming Baba at, on April 1st again. I just kind of need, I wanted to do this. I'm testing out the lower bitrate to see if that's an option for next month to make sure that we're well under. But, yeah. And I wouldn't have actually been streaming Baba today. I would have been streaming One Finger Death Punch to take a break from it, so it kind of works out. A second Coerced to kill. Opponent really does not want to let us have nice things in this world. Okay. Well, hopefully they don't have a third one for our Agrus costs. But that's a much worse attacker. If they have a third one, I will cry. If not, we're in a pretty good spot. But double coerce to kill, not bad. They get to steal our stuff, so it's kind of like killing our stuff and playing something at the same time. If they kill our Agrus cost, if they just straight up kill it, we're kind of okay. Like, it's not our favorite, but we've still got a board presence that is chipping away at them. They play a Wrath, we're sad. And they could Deadly Cover Up. Okay, Cornered Crook. We will crack the clue, draw a card. Though that gets us a little further away from Case of the Crimson Pulse. Our own Cornered Crook. I think what we do here is we Hazda Vigilante. So that we get to put a counter on Agrus costs. And then we suspect the Cornered Crook, so we might take some big beats, but I think we're dealing bigger beats to them. Search for a tapped land. Okay. So, like, Agrus costs can suspect things so that we're taking a bunch of damage, but we hopefully deal more damage to them. And then if they don't play something that we need to do that to, we can start removing them. But, like, I'd rather do this because now they're at 4, and even if they attack, they're not in a great spot. So, okay! And that was right, so now, we're earning gems! Hell yeah. Oh. But yeah, I might try doing some pre-recorded content. It would probably be Magic, because I want to keep Baba for stream, but I might also try a couple other things. I'm gonna try and still use the next 2 days to be working on some stuff, just shaking my fist like a crotchety old man at my internet service provider. I might end up doing, it's only like an extra $10 for unlimited per month, but I have a contentious relationship with them, so either I will do the slightly reduced video rate, stream a little less per month, and use like a planning day to try and like make higher quality content, try and do that to actually like, prep stuff, come up with ideas for like telling narratives, or I pay like an extra $10 a month and go ham and stream a whole bunch more. So we'll think about it. Here, we don't have access to red. This is not a great curve. I think we do mulligan. This is, I think, worse, but I'm going to keep it because we can at least disguise this. We've got the shock. We draw a white source, we might be okay, but I think this one might be it. At least we've got the shock. We're on the draw, so it will be fine. Gleaming Gear Drake, we will happily shock. Oh, and there's that white source. Okay. Still think we're not gonna do great, but... Ooh, crime novelist. Okay. On the bright side, we can eventually make your move that. We're drawing 4th land, which would be, I think, very much pressing our luck. We could Agrus costs. Ah, Jonesmith Novelist combo assembled. So they get to grow it for free and get a mana every turn? Neat. Yeah, I think that's probably just better than what we're doing. Let's get down the Essence of Antiquity, since that's something that actually gives us more options. Detective Satchel, wow, yeah. So at least we can blow up the crime novelist soon? But that is getting mighty spooky. Oh, we can't even Suspicious Detonation because we aren't sacrificing artifacts. Okay. I think we pass and figure that we blow up the crime novelist on their end step once it grows, but not looking good. They've got a sweet synergistic deck. I mean, if that Gear Drake was still around, it would also be growing like that crime novelist. That's huge. So good for them. I do think we offer the trade of our novelist with the herring. Okay. Yeah, I think they've got us. I don't know. Even if we get down Agrus costs, I don't think we're doing much. There we go. That grows. Bam. But still in a rough spot. We might have also needed to hit the satchel, but I can see that crime novelist doing a lot more damage to us. This takes a little more effort. Okay. Agrus costs. Onto the Dronesmith. Sure, we will offer to trade our disguised creatures. I don't think you take it. We draw one more land, we can detonate their disguised creature, but I think they've just got more value than us. We took too long to get going, and I also think what they're doing is probably just better. I think the blue-red artifact deck is just very powerful. Yep. Thop, thop, thop. Guess Defenestrated Phantom can block Thopters, which would be useful. Okay. I have a sneaking suspicion this flips up into something very scary. so we could make our Agrus costs big, which would make it a lot tougher to deal with, but... Oh, or are they going to remove it? In that case, we will use our hexproof. I like that a lot. We'll get rid of the drone smith. Like, I think we're still losing, but that was nice. Because, yeah, they're making so many flyers that we aren't dealing with. Hold case cracker, okay. Okay, a land, so we can zot something. Yeah, we need to actually just kill it this turn, because otherwise we're still going to take 4 and then another 4 even if we have a flying blocker, but I think we've got to do this. And Agrus Koss can remove a Thopter every 2 turns. It's not looking great, not gonna lie. I know I've been saying that the entire match, but... Because they just get to keep drawing more cards, making more Thopters, spinning that wheel. If we draw another planes, we might be okay. Might be, being the operative word. Helix would also buy us a little more time, kills a Thopter and gains us some life. Oh, they got another drone smith. Yeah, I think that's the nail in the coffin. Yeah, they have lethal. Alrighty. Well, I think I'm just about to wrap up, so fare thee well if I don't get to chat with you again. Guess we survive 1 turn. Yep, and they correctly block. Vengeful Tracker, and we die. Oh, this is the card that was so good against them, too. This is how you punish them. Alright, well, we had a pretty good run there. For what was a very rocky start, we made it to 5 wins, which, not bad. That's, you know, positive value. We got some rares. We had some fun, too. I like Agrus Koss a lot. It's very interesting card design, I think. Just popping this into the calculator real quick. 5 wins, 3 losses, 3 rares. 2.3 premier drafts needed. Okay, now, if we, end of month, get 6 packs, because end of month rewards, drops us to 1.5. So, not quite enough to do it in only 1 more draft unless we get a very lucky one. But we're so close. 2.3 more premier drafts needed. And I believe if we run our quests, so that's another 500, and then we can get 75 from that. So, not going to be streaming since I need to watch that, but I think what I might do is I might do a recorded draft, see if we can get there, and then hopefully come back guns a-blazing with some brewing in Standard, Explorer, and whatnot, because we can crack all of our packs, hopefully, April 1st. So we'll see. We might mess around with that. But for now, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it as always. I will not be back in the afternoon. like normal, or like I normally would, and I will not be back for the next 2 days. I will be back on April 1st with a bit of magic in the morning, either our last draft of Murders at Karlov Manor or possibly doing some brewing. We will see. Um, and then some more Baba Is You. I will be streaming from April 1st through 3rd. Then I'll be taking like 4 days off because I have somewhere that I need to be going. And it's not going to be good for internet. So after that, I will try and get the schedule after that posted, but I think, yeah, so 1st through 3rd, and then I should be back streaming on the 8th with some more Magic and Baba. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you for bearing with me. I hope y'all have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye.